Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Now, if you're going to be crying after I read these two little articles, then maybe you should vote differently and maybe you should speak out and speak up next time. Okay? Why? Because the guys in charge of us and this country, supposedly, okay, they pushed things in one direction, they acted, and this is the reaction. These are the consequences that if you cry, that means you might not like them. So what happened? The evil North Koreans launched a spy satellite in the space, like many other countries. But somehow they're not supposed to because the cartel did not allow them. And they said, no, you're bad dudes, but we're not. So they did it nevertheless. They said, well, under the pressure of the American nuclear submarine being close to us over here, we thought that as self-defense, we did it. We didn't like that explanation because that ran against our narrative. So what happened? South Korea wants to put its first spy satellite in space. Why is that? But they are the good guys. The other guys are the bad guys. So you see, if you belong to the club, if you suck my, okay, then you're gonna be allowed this and this and this. Why wasn't South Korea allowed to have its own spy satellite before, let's say 3 years ago, before or 7 years ago? Why now? You see how it's escalating? You say, why is that? Is the woodchuck escalating? Well, I don't remember them escalating under Trump much, did they? So let me show you these two articles right here. I'm going to start with Sputnik. And obviously they make it positive because, they sound positive because they might have helped them, which I don't know. There's no evidence. It's just, they suspect. Second place, South Korea puts first spy satellite in orbit following North's launch. So the capitalists were behind the crazies? It seems like. Why? Not because they were not capable. They were not allowed. By whom? By Al Capone. I guarantee you that. Do you think that just happened? Oh, let's put one in this weekend, put together a satellite this weekend. How long do you think they've been working on it? A year? 6 months? 5 years? When they were given green light by Al Capone. North Korea, on the other hand, did not have to ask anybody. Now, which one do you want to be? The one who asks or the one who just takes it because he can? But is not a member of the civilized club and the free speech and democracy and freedom. Let me play you some Paganini again. So, the South Korean Defense Ministry is preparing to place its first reconnaissance satellite. I like how they say reconnaissance. Okay. Anyway. In Earth orbit, an official told reporters on Friday. The launch comes just days after the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, their rivals to the north, launched their own spy satellite. They're rivals because this rivalry is kept alive by Al Capone. If you take Al Capone out of it, these guys will solve problems. Either or, but they will solve it. Now, the satellite domestically built was launched on Friday aboard a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket from Vandenberg Space Force Base in California. So the South Koreans launched their satellite with SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket from America, not even from their own shit. Hey, by the way, the North Koreans did not launch it from Baikonur. I think that's what it is, Baikonur, right? In whatever is right now, right? They didn't ask the Russians. They did it themselves. These guys launched it with an American SpaceX and from a California base. So how much sovereignty they have? How much independence South Korea is? Yeah, probably they eat better than the North Koreans. That's true. Probably they have a little bit more freedom. But look, as a country, you're caught by the balls. You want that? You want to do that? Why can't you be in between? Or not like North Korea, like isolated, or like these guys, weasels. Yes, weasels. How do you call this? Cooperation? How many troops South Korea has in the United States of America? I would like to hear it. How many troops the United States has in South Korea? They had what, 30,000? Now they have, I think, 15,000. And I think they brought some more. Why? The danger in the north is just someone who throws coal on the fire. Shoves and throws it over there. Who might that be? A hint. Got a little cut right here. It's called Scarface. Al Capone. The device is set to orbit between 400 kilometers and 600 kilometers up and is capable of detecting an object as small as 30 centimeters, this much. 10, 20, 30, a foot. According to South Korean media, Seoul plans to launch 4 more devices by the end of 2025, allowed by the boss. Until now, I'm quoting, South Korea has relied heavily on US-run spy satellites, not even allowed to have their own. They use the Americans. When it comes to monitoring the DPRK, Choi Ji-il, professor of military studies at Sangji University in Gwangju, told French media, I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm just playing, obviously. Now, while the South has succeeded in the launch of a military communication satellite, it has taken much longer for a reconnaissance satellite due to higher technological hurdles. All right, so that's what it is. South Korea most likely belongs to states that do not have their own space spots. Yeah, well, they don't have shit. Why? Because the guys don't let them. So anyway, Kim Yo-jong, Vice President Director of the Central Committee of the DPRK's ruling Workers' Party of Korea and a key spokesperson for the North Korean government, blasted American hypocrisy in its response to the launch, noting that the US has threatened the DPRK with attack since the 1953 ceasefire. Well, whatever. Then I'm quoting, the whole course of the open meeting of the not important. Let's go to these guys. See this one? North Korea is raiding military and claims it saw US military bases from spy satellite. How did we get to this point? Like in school, Romania. Pick me. I tell you. Okay. We got to this because Al Capone stayed until 1950s in the Korean peninsula and threatened the North Koreans with this until they do what Al Capone says. And because they said no, Al Capone said, okay, we're gonna get you. And then when the North Koreans and South Koreans want to sign a peace treaty, which I don't think it's signed, the Americans said, no, don't do it. They're bad people. We don't talk to bad people. I think it was something like that. And then they stayed over there and they helped the South Koreans. And every time the South Koreans and North Koreans wanted to meet and talk, the Americans says, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. Anyway, I made it like that, but kind of like that. So how did we get to this point? We get to this point, I'm telling you how these things are going to say, because of the Russians or the Chinese somehow, and the crazies in North Korea. All right, United States, I'm talking about the government, okay? So slow down, take it easy, okay? Chill pill. Will not take any responsibility, and if they will take some responsibility, they will switch it like when you go for a job interview and when say, can you tell me a weakness? And you're supposed to say, yes, I was not, I didn't do this, and you turn it in something, I should have done this way, but eventually I did this. You turn it into a strength that you're supposed to do. So yes, a weakness, well, my weakness is that I'm a genius. Okay? Oh yeah, okay. Well, look at this guy. Yeah. Cuckoo out. So that's how you have to turn it. So you have to put a weakness and turn it. Say, yes, I made it, but with my I succeeded eventually. So I have skills and qualities and blah, blah, blah. The same, if I read this garbage right here, coming from Yahoo News from December 2nd, look at these guys like, Mr. Heinrich Himmler here, Mr. Essen Waffen. Oh, look at him. Look at his little hand. Oh, man. America. This is what these guys sing here. America. At least I'm having fun, my friends. All right, the sister of North Korea leader Kim Jong-un, oh my God, rejected talks with the U.S. at the United Nations Security Council meeting on Thursday following weeks of deteriorating relations. Why? Who is in whose neighborhood? In whose ribs? Who? You tell me. North Korea is in California, Baja California, or the Americans are in the Korean Peninsula? Let's start with facts. Jesus Christ. In the last 2 weeks, now we start history in 2 weeks. So we start history here, like we start with what's going on in the Middle East. We start with October 7th. That's year zero. No, it's not. The same here. In the last 2 weeks, Pyongyang launched a spy satellite violating resolutions. Oh, I know another country that violated resolutions. Can you name it? It starts with yes, India. Holy fuck! Violating resolutions set by the UN and withdrew from the 2018 military pact with South Korea that aimed to ease tensions in the Korean... Yeah. Kim's sister. Now we get to this lady of the night. I mean, no. Well, we'll see. Let's see. Let's see her face. Please show me the face. Please show me the face. Please show me the face. Oops. Oh my God. They didn't even let me see her. My. Who is a senior official of Pyongyang's publicity and information department, criticized the U.S. as having, and I'm quoting, extreme double standards. Correct. For suggesting to reopen talks while increasing military activity, double standards in general, okay? Maybe this one in particular. Activities in the region. North Korea, and I'm quoting, will continue to make efforts to develop everything belonging to its sovereign rights. You're sovereign, it's true. South Korea, not so. And continue to exercise the sovereign rights enjoyed by all the member states of the United Nations in a dignified manner without being restricted in the future too. America, good. She said at Thursday meeting, U.S. Ambassador to the UN, Linda Thompson-Greenfield, the one that apologized in the name of America to certain countries, fired, out, condemned the satellite launch, labeling it reckless, unlawful. Join the club. Kim Jong-un, here he is. Oh, thank you very much. She's a killer. Kim Jong-un claimed that Washington was double-faced and that it was U.S. high-handed and arbitrary practices that thwarted peace in the region and not the space program. Well, half of the truth is over here. On Friday, Kim Jong-un called on the woodchuck, called on the military to prepare for a provocation and announced a deployment of more soldiers and other weapons to its border with South Korea. Excuse me. So the latest fallout, okay, last week. So from 2 weeks ago, we get to last week. This is the latest. See how these guys are starting the history? Oh, looking, there's a painting. I can't remember the name of it. I knew it's like a Nietzsche kind of thing. Where's that guy on the rock looking at the sea in the background? And you see his back. So that's why I see this. Man, I don't know the name of the painting. Jesus Christ. What is the name? You know what I'm talking? I think he has a cane as well. Well, I don't think he has a cane though. Does he? I can't remember. But it's small, and then he says on a high cliff, and in the background there is the ocean. You know, there's with a hair like a little bit. So that's the woodchuck. A woodchuck right here. No. So that is, my friend, the big danger. How did we get here? We got oh, and this is Heinrich Himmler right here with the button. Opa, what's over there? What is over there? I didn't see this. Let's see if I can make it bigger. It's already big enough. What's over there? What can that be? Holy moly, don't tell me. Anyway, my friends. Here it is. They start year zero when they feel it's comfortable. The same thing with the garbage in Ukraine, United States, NATO versus Russia. The same. They start with the 24th of February 2022. They don't start with, let's say, 1994, right? Or 1996. No, they don't start with that one. They don't even go to 2008, the summit in Bucharest. Yeah, and it already was dead. By then, the Russians knew these guys want to destroy them, no problem. And then they don't talk about the September, October, November, December 2021, when the Russians tried to engage these guys in a conversation about, hey, too close, let's discuss security guarantees, blah, 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 blah. They didn't want to hear it. No. Year zero starts 24th of February 2022, and they pick and choose unprovoked criminals, war criminals, madman Putin. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.